Hey everybody, this is Alpha Zero at your service. I'm going to do a review on the new episode of Grisai no Kijitsu episode. I'm going to do a review on the new episode of Grisai no Kijitsu. In other words, it's called Le Fruit de la Gasaya in the English title, and the Fruit of Gasaya in the synonyms. Now, when I looked at this episode, I'm going to be honest with you, I think it struck me really hard of how great this episode is, you know. Even though there were a couple problems, the way how it I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little emotional right now, you know. No, it's like this episode really struck me hard in the heart. I'm not gonna lie. Like the way how it's done was just great. Like, and so it was just great, you know. I really enjoyed it to my heart's delight, you know. So if anything else, let's just go. Okay, at the beginning we see that Michiru was on the floor, and there were a couple of things on the floor, and Yuji decides to take a taste and realize it's a drug. And Michiru, on the other hand, seems to be acting strange, you know, especially in the morning time. Right now, one of the girls, I believe, was like trying to talk to Yuji to have some fun, you know. That's like Irisu Makina or something, trying to play some shadow tag. But you know, there are a couple of things here and there, and right now, Yuji decides to talk to to the other Michiru and says, "What's the other Michiru that I was talking to earlier?" But Michiru goes like, "Man, you can never get past these eyes, can you? Alright, I'll tell you what's up." The other Michiru's not gonna come up anymore. This is something she decided on herself. And the maid girl, I think her name is Sachi, yeah, Komini Sachi, tells Yuji she just gave me something and I can't just open it anymore, you know, and so forth. And therefore he decides to open it himself, and later on he decided to keep the box and accidentally opened it and read the journal, and therefore he says, "I want to see her with my own eyes, okay? She told me she'll never come back again, so I don't know. You sure about that? You can have a second chance at life, but what do you want?" And therefore she says this is what Michiru was taking to suppress you, you know, and he forced her to put it on her, inside her, and that won't work. She won't, and then she just put it in her mouth, and she says, "Come on, don't run away. I'll put my life on the line to save you." And Yuji asked Michiru, "What do you want exactly?" She says, "I just want to die." And then Yuji says, "Okay, I'll kill you." And then he puts her in the coffin box, and then puts her into the put her in there in darkness or something. And there was actually some backstory we get to see while she was buried in there. She used to be an idiot and she doesn't look good, and later on there was a girl she met that she was about to commit suicide, you know, and she says, "Hey, that's not fair, you know," and they actually hanged out as friends. And I think this was the other Michiru that that Yuji was talking about. But after hanging out with a couple friends, she committed suicide, and her heart seems to hurt so bad she got surgery, you know. And by that time the girl actually came to and that's when a heart transplant got committed, and that's like different personality mix, man. I'm like, what the heck? So that's how it happened, you know? Oh man, that was crazy. But Yuji actually figured this out earlier, you know? He knew that you guys had a heart transplant, so pretty much, yeah, it was obvious. And therefore Michiru was trying to commit suicide a second time, but in the end she just becomes someone she becomes something a person to make people laugh, you know, and she's been losing things for so long she didn't want to lose it, you know. And therefore she had these kinds of dreams where this other Michiru tries to get her, you know, but it doesn't work. Things just didn't work out, you know. She says, "I have to move on," and she sees Miyamino, but she goes "I have to move on, go to the future," and she manages to get out. And Yuji, and she's saying, I want to see Yuji, I want to see everyone. But later on, Yuji picks her up and says, "I just waited here for about 3 days, so pretty much I intended to wait as long as you came out of it." And Michiru says, "Why if I didn't come out?" He goes "I never thought of that, you know." So yeah, 3 days was nothing for me not to eat, you know, and so forth. And by that time, I think Michiru goes back to her tsundere self, you know, which is pretty hilarious. But in the end, Yuji decides to take her to her home, and they hang out for a bit and so forth. And after that, she ends up talking to her family, and then she ends up hugging Yuji and says thank you so much. And Yuji says the other Michiru never showed up again. Well, okay, not really. She pops up every so often, but she's part of the city tsundere act, you know. But they are coexisting correctly and doing it fine, you know. And it ends with like a smile on her face, which was really nice. And the ending, and then the next episode is like Raisen de Terre or something. I think it's called Raisen de Terre or something. Yeah, it's called Raisen de Terre. Now, I'll be honest with you, like this episode was pretty emotional in me in my eyes, okay? Like but great development for Michiru. She finally decides to move on and continue on into the future. But that Michiru, the other Michiru, was like that guy that came to her body with the heart transplant. She comes up every so often, but they coexist together at the same time, which is really nice. So I really enjoyed this episode. Like probably one of the better ones that I've seen for a while, and I'm really glad of it. You know, I mean, it gave me a couple smiles, you know, and very strong feels, you know, in the heart. So I think I'll end my video right here. I should have about one or a couple more videos coming up today. So if anything else, I'll end it right here. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you on my next video. Alright? Later. Peace out. Bye-bye.